Hi guys, welcome back to Hoarders Hut. On this episode, oh yeah, we are continuing to clean out this garage. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. I'm a hoarder and I show you the messes and I tell you my mental struggles. And we clean it out in small sections at a time so that I can keep my anxiety calm and make good decisions to let things go and make this a positive experience. So for today, what hubby wants to do in his garage is this piece right here, this big, nice, like china cabinet. What he wants to do is he's going to push it back so it kind of lines against that wall for now. Very temporary, but just so he can start to open this up a little more. His main goal for today is to go ahead and take all this out. This is the main goal. We're gonna move the toolbox again. We're gonna get this area right in here. We're gonna pull all of this out and put it into the driveway and then declutter this section right here. So guys, without further ado, let's get started. So when we do a garage decluttering video, we don't mess around. We dive right into it. Right after dinner, we came right in here. I didn't even change out of my work clothes. I was still wearing my work outfit from earlier today. Probably not the best to declutter in a dress, but you know what? That was okay. It still worked out. Now, this is how hubby likes to clean. He likes to take everything out, spread it all out in the driveway, and then make his decisions then on what he's keeping and what he's throwing out. Me, I kind of like to look at a small little box, go through it, and make the decisions that way. But either way, it works out. We reach the same goal. All right, guys, that section is now, wow, completely opened up. And this is kind of so you can get a perspective of it is like towards the front, right? So here's that dresser that was in the front. And then walking in, here is that gardening little nook that I wanted to, my gosh, for years I wanted to be able to get into this little area and organize it for gardening each year. And hey, maybe the time has finally come on another episode. I can finally organize this and even see what the heck is in there. But let's go back to this space. Oh, this feels so good to see it open like this. I mean, it really, really does. And I see why people who are minimalists or on that minimalist journey, I see why they love the open spaces. It does feel good to have all of this space in your garage. But again, a lot of that stuff that was in this area is in the driveway. So let me go ahead and show you that. All right, guys, so here's the stuff that is laid out on our driveway. So we pulled everything out from that section, kind of laid it all out on the ground, and we're gonna go through it. We're going to see what we're keeping, what we're tossing out, what he might want to sell at a yard sale. A majority of this stuff is hubby, so he's going to be the one making the decisions and all of this. And I know I've said this many times in previous garage videos, but I'll say it again. This is the difference between a hoarder and a non-hoarder. A non-hoarder can just pull it all out, look at it all and say, all right, trash, donate, keep, organize. A hoarder, on the other hand, they will look at this and be like, oh my gosh, it's all out here. What do I do? I want to keep it. I'm anxious. I'm depressed. I don't know if I can do this. That's the emotions a hoarder will normally get through. Now, I'm healed a lot in my hoarding where I don't feel overwhelmed by this. I have the help of Honey, or my husband, and you know, I feel good about this. So this is my time to invite anyone who struggles with hoarding disorder. I invite you to just let go of one thing today. That's all, just one thing, just to start to create that new habit of letting go of stuff and making it a positive experience. And again, I don't even care if you're throwing away trash, because most of the stuff I've been throwing out is trash. And at one point of my life, I thought it was valuable enough to hold on to it. So when you let that piece of trash or whatever item you want to let go, I just want you to say, you know what? Thank you for allowing this to be in my life. It's already served its purpose, but now it's time to finally let it go and then throw it out and feel good about yourself. Feel good that you let something go today. So, all right, guys, there's my little preach for the day. So, all right, let's start to sorting all this stuff. So this was the first time in a very long while that most of this stuff was not mine. I had one thing, we had one Pokemon poster, and that was it. The majority of it was my husband's. So this made for a very quick declutter because, again, it was just very easy for my husband to say, okay, we're going to put our trash pile over to the side. I'm putting my keep pile right over here. He had a couple of donations that he wanted to do. And then he fairly quickly was able to put his toolboxes back where they belong. And we still wanted to move that one china cabinet. So we kind of moved the wood over so we could get to it and push it flat on its back. That way it kind of starts to open that area. But again, this was all very temporarily that it's going to stay right there. And then we were able to move some of that extra wood that he wants to keep back in this corner until we can figure out exactly how we want to organize it. All right, guys, you see this very, very large pile in the grass over here? This is the tossy pile. This is what we're letting go of in this episode. All of this stuff is coming out of the garage. We're going to recycle it as best as we can. But I'm just so happy because this is a lot of stuff. This really is a lot of stuff. And each week we're just decluttering and just opening up that garage. Now, most of this stuff was Hubby's, okay? So most of it was, except for this painting right here. This right here was mine that I started painting, oh gosh, so young, 15, 20 years ago. But I'm ready to let it go. I never finished it. I started it, but I never finished it. And there's no emotional attachment to it. I feel nothing for it, which is kind of shocking for me, but also really therapeutic to show that I've really healed a lot in my hoarding because we just kept letting go of things each week. And I'm getting stronger and I'm getting better at this. And it overall feels good to let go of this much stuff in one day, where before I would have felt a bunch of anxiety of letting all this go. But yeah, I just wanted to be in this moment and just happy with what we're getting rid of. So let me go show you the other piles. All right, so these crutches right here, we're going to be looking to donate them and see, if anybody can use them. And right over here, this is going to go in hubby's scrap metal pile, which I feel like it's such a big pile right now. I should definitely call the scrap metal place and see if we can finally start dropping this stuff off. And then this is more, of course, of his keep. Okay, so these are his keep things, and we're just going to put them back into the garage. This is just decluttering. Okay, this isn't like our actual organizing video. This is just decluttering, making room, opening up the space so that, once we're done the declutter part, we can actually really start putting some nice organizational pieces in there. All right, so how does the garage look now after another decluttering session? Well, we did open this up a little more. So this is really, really good. We're really opening up this little bit each week. Of course, he had to put some of his tools back in that section. But we opened up this back area a lot more so that he was able to put this red toolbox right over here. So all three of them are now against the wall. So that does look so much better. And he actually did say that he was thinking about, that he might sell these two gray ones, which he'd get a lot of money for, because the thought was that he wanted to maybe build this huge functional workbench, an organizer thing, out of wood, and then he really wouldn't need those two gray ones. He would definitely keep the red one because for him, the red one is very, very sentimental. This was his father's, and we lost him many years ago. So he would definitely make sure that we keep that always. But yeah, I'm really happy on how this is turning out. Let's turn it around. I have to be careful for the angle, but we did move this set right here, this nice, I don't know, china cabinet set, dining set, I guess. I don't know. We moved it this way. This again is still temporary because it kind of blocks the attic, and I just gotta make sure I don't get my reflection in the mirror. And it does block this. Again, this is all very, very temporary. We're thinking and hoping and going to try and have a yard sale coming up this weekend. Fingers crossed, guys. I don't know, but we're trying. I'm really hoping that that's a yes. And that way we can even open up more sections because some of this stuff is limbo for a yard sale. So guys, I am going to wrap up this video, and I just want to say, man, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.